Hey, how's it going, everyone? I just wanted to run through the round of fixtures this weekend in the Premier League. I believe we're going to be starting off at the London Stadium in the game between West Ham and Sunderland. My prediction for this game is a West Ham win. I'm predicting a 2-1 West Ham win, and the reason is just because we know that West Ham are currently in a relegation battle, and they need to start racking up the points in order to like escape that end of the table and move further up. So I believe this is a game that they can win. It's not going to be easy. They are playing at home, so the urgency needs to be there, and I believe it's something they can do. Sunderland, on the other hand, we know how tough they've been, even against the bigger teams in the league. They've held their own, so it's not going to be easy for West Ham, but I'm tipping them to win 2-1. And then we've got the 3 p.m. kickoff. We've got a couple of games starting at 3 p.m. The first one being Burnley and Tottenham. Tottenham, I believe, have a better squad than Burnley. I believe the quality across the pitch is higher in the Tottenham squad versus the Burnley squad. So my prediction for this game is Spurs to win away at Burnley 2-1. Yeah, for this game between Fulham and Brighton, I'm not quite sure where the pendulum is going to swing. Fulham they've got good set of players in their squad, and we know Brighton to be that team that goes onto the pitch, try to dictate the play, always be on the front foot and that. But Fulham is at home at Craven Cottage, and it's a difficult place to go to and try to get a win. So in this game, I'm predicting a 1-1 draw. Manchester City versus Wolves. Yeah, for me, this game it's written in the stars. City are just gonna run away with it. I expect them to score a few goals along the way as well. So I'm going for a City outright win here, a clean sheet for that matter. City 3, Wolves 0. Bournemouth versus Liverpool. For this game, I'm tipping Liverpool to win, and the reason being that I feel Liverpool have found a winning edge to their game now. In the recent games, they've been doing pretty well, and they are also up for the top 4 positions in the league. So this would be it's not going to be an easy game by any means, but it's a game I expect Liverpool to win at the end of the day, especially when Bournemouth lost one of their best players in Semenyo to Manchester City. So I believe Bournemouth is a little bit weakened in that aspect, so they won't be able to hurt Liverpool as much. So I'm predicting Liverpool to go ahead and win this game 2-0. Brentford versus Nottingham Forest. Yeah, this game to me is screaming a draw, although Nottingham Forest haven't been doing that great so far in the league. They've been struggling really bad, and Brentford, on the other hand, have been, they've had a decent run of games and they are doing pretty well. They are at the position where you expect them to be in the table, right? So if I was to pick a winner in this game, I would tilt more towards Brentford. Reason because they've been doing well in the last few games they played. They have an informed striker in Igor Thiago, who has been pretty much banging in the goals. He's arguably the second best striker in the league so far, behind Erling Haaland. And yeah, they are enjoying a run of games. They've been racking up the points. They'll be comfortably safe at the end of the season, and I don't see any issues dispatching Nottingham Forest today. Although it's going to be a little bit close, I'm going to be going for a 2-1 Brentford win. Crystal Palace versus Chelsea. Yeah, for this game, I'm expecting a tight game. It's a London derby, and derbies are not going to be easy. I know for sure that Crystal Palace haven't been in a good run of form. They've had a rough patch lately. Chelsea, on the other hand, too, haven't been great. Not like Chelsea have been great, right? They have all these individual players who are fantastic, and if you were to compare them 1-to-1 with Palace, you expect them to get rid of Palace, maybe dismantle them. But I don't think that's going to be the case. I feel like Palace will be looking at this game and seeing an opportunity to get back to winning ways, and then maybe go ahead and do better things in the league. So this is an opportunity for them, and I'm tipping Palace to win 2-1. Newcastle versus Aston Villa. For me, I think this is going to be the most interesting game this weekend. And the reason being that both teams are attacking teams, right? And then seeing that Newcastle is playing at home at St. James's Park, they don't sit back. They don't sit back at St. James's Park. They always attack. In fact, every of their attack, you'll be like, maybe it's going to result in a goal. Like, they are that good at home, right? So Aston Villa, on the other hand, too, we know how good they have been in the Premier League. Like, they've been one of the best teams in the league. They went on a run, like a 11-12 game winning streak in the league recently, and they're still up there in the league and maybe potentially challenging for the title as well. So this game is going to be a very interesting game. It's one I'd like to watch for sure. I would not like to miss that game. So it's going to be a lot of goals. At least that's what I'm predicting. A lot of goals there. But I believe Newcastle will carry the day. 3-2 Newcastle win. Arsenal versus Manchester United. This is arguably the game of the week for many. Although I don't think it's going to be the most interesting game this weekend. Like I said previously, I think the most interesting game would be the game between Newcastle and Aston Villa. However, going back to the Manchester United and Arsenal game, I feel like a resurgent Manchester United is what we are seeing now, especially with the new interim manager they have in Michael Carrick. He seemed to have galvanized the team. He seemed to have went back to the way Manchester United used to play, like what we knew Manchester United to be. Soak up the pressure, go on the counter and finish you off. Like, that was classic Manchester United in the game against City. Rolling back the years from the days of Sir Alex Ferguson era. Like, that was really a good game against City there. However, this is a different ball game. Manchester United will be visiting the Emirates. Arsenal have been the best team in the league, at least the table says so. And again, Arsenal is not a team they're not as open as Manchester City. So in that wise, it's probably going to be a lot tougher for Manchester United. Although I expect it to be a close game, a very close game. But I'll be calling a 2-1 Arsenal win in this game. Going into the last game this weekend is a Monday night football between Everton and Leeds United. I feel like this is screaming out a draw as well. I'll be going for a 1-1 draw. And the reason being that we know the Everton defense to be very, very strong and compact. And, Everton are not known to score that many goals as well. So Leeds, to me, have been doing pretty well the last couple of weeks. But again, Everton is a very good side defensively. So I don't see a lot of goals in this game. That's why I'll be going for the 1-1 draw. Yeah, there you have it. That's the prediction from me for this weekend's run of fixtures. Let me know what you think about it. Feel free to comment, like, and share. Thank you so much, and see you in the next one.